We're late. I fucked up. Blame the fucking terrorists. The real ones, not the fake ones.
Yeah.
Hold on now.
Blame Doro. Blame Vito. Blame Kimberly.
I hate to inform you, they're counter-terrorists.
Blame Kimberly still. It's always Kimberly.
Always Kimberly's fault, huh?
Yeah.
That's just mean. So do you want to previously on Shackled City?
Ratman.
That is true.
And what did you do with the Ratmen?
We beat them up after they beat me up. Antonio dragged us all back to his house, melted 2 of them with acid. Then Jill arrived and gave Tony Tim a kiss, and then left with after giving him a potion to get me back up.
Yay, we love Jill. Also, I can't believe you dissolved them in acid.
Where the heck is my house? There it is.
I can just drag the were rats to my old base.
Oh. I'm opening the window, sorry. Because it's like 90 degrees in my house, it's like 70 outside, so I figure I should start letting some of that cool air in. So, yes. I dumped them in your old house because he poured them down the sewer.
I am sleeping so damn far in my chair. It's
So what you're saying is your chair is like the alignment chart.
And you sunk to my alignment. Oops, cat, there you go.
Well, hopefully this doesn't become 2 evil campaigns in a week. It's no fun if I'm not torturing heroes.
my time in that fortress has not been kind to me, huh?
You're becoming an amoral asshole. Slowly but surely.
So what were we doing?
It's a good idea. Oh, it's a question thing. So, you just got tapped by Jill, and I just now woke up because he gave me potion.
Yep. You know that there were Ratmen outside of Orax. Why were you going to Orax?
To find goblins.
And you do have one unconscious Ratman hanging up in your back room.
Yep.
Like a pinata.
Like a pinata.
Do I have a club?
Do you? Not my place to be keeping track of your clubs.
No, I'm asking myself that. I do not have a club. I cannot play pinata.
Why would you want to?
Yeah,
That's an interrogation technique.
It's an interrogation technique. That's torture.
Torture. Enhanced enhanced interrogation, worse results. It's fine as long as you're having fun.
Look at this way. If he speaks, we get information. If he breaks, we get candy.
We don't get candy, we get guts.
Great, now I'm thinking about that. One of those scenes from We Happy Few.
I'm picturing some Flash animation I remember when I was younger. They had a pinata hanging there, and someone off screen was smacking it with a bat, and then it shattered and candy was everywhere. And it zoomed out to show like the whole crowd of pinata police and the masked pinata robber going, "That's right, and I have other hostages too." It was horrible. I loved it. Yeah. Stage is yours. What do you want to do?
Probably rest overnight. The rat man's not awake. We can interrogate him in the morning.
Perhaps we should have Twig look after him just to be safe.
Yeah, Twig stand guard.
Yeah. Twig's gonna hide though.
The night passes without incident. It's a beautiful new day in this little 2-story, 1-bedroom shop plus house.
Want to interrogate the rat before we get something to eat?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If the rat is conscious.
The rat is not conscious.
Caroline wins. On that.
The rat, hanging there, flutters its eyes open and goes, ugh, as you see almost all of its wounds heal. It looks at the two of you and goes, ah, ah, and struggles against its bonds. Oh no, ah.
Oh, I remember you, the little asshole that kept stabbing me in the back.
Please have mercy.
We might have mercy if you answer our questions.
If I can. I'm just hired, yes?
Hired by who?
Oh, man in mask. Galen Trodor is what he said his name was, yes?
Galen Trodor?
Yes, that's the name. He hired us out of Sassarine. And we thought, oh, easy peasy. Come at night, keep an eye on this place, get paid, go home. It's wonderful.
Well, that one sounds real fast.
You're just wizards. How could you not die?
I'm telling you I'm not a wizard, but
My brother lovers.
it's your brother.
Please, I won't bother you anymore.
Do you know why you were hired to assassinate us?
I wasn't hired to assassinate you. I was hired to keep an eye on the bathhouse and to kill anyone who went in who wasn't either the owner or one of the people that came out when it was after hours.
Since voted.
Go ahead. He's being completely honest with you.
Do you know what time the people come out of the bathhouse after hours?
Mostly goblins at 2 or 3 in the morning. Every now and then there's some other people, but I don't really get a good look at them. I just know that they would come out and then they'd come back. Sometimes they'd come back early in the next morning. But since they came out after hours, then I guess it's fine.
Do they head back into the bathhouse at any time?
Some of them do, some of them didn't. It's not very consistent. And as he sits down on the edge of the chest and starts rubbing where the ropes bound his wrists a moment before he says, "So, are you going to let me go?"
A bit.
The ropes that were hanging him from the ceiling are now dangling empty. I don't know anything else.
If you value your life, I won't see your face again.
Of course.
Everyone will walk over and untie him.
You don't need to. He untied himself while you were talking.
Oh.
Not only was this the one stabbing you, this is the one that had the shitty job done. And he runs out.
So they come out like before dawn, but after midnight.
So we have time to prepare it before we next go there and try it again. This time without the interruption of the rats.
Hopefully.
Well, we only left 2 alive. So.
Assuming Galen Trodor didn't hire more.
Yeah. Assuming he didn't hire more. Do we know anyone named Galen Trodor?
Go ahead and make a knowledge local check.
I don't have that.
Or knowledge
We
his.
do.
Okay. So, as you're thinking, do I know a Galen Trodor? You're like, that name's familiar. And then you realize, well, there should be a spot here, right? What number is it? Is it that number or that number? So you know that down by the Lakeside Pavilion, which is number 20 on the map, there's kind of a circle of statues inside the pavilion of the city founders with little plaques. And one of them is Galen Trodor. He was one of the group of people who founded the city of Cauldron and has been dead for hundreds of years.
He's been dead for hundreds of years.
So either there's like another person in town that happened to take on the same name, or Ratman lied to us.
Or the Ratman was hired by someone using an alias.
Or zombies.
Either way, we don't really have any other leads to track this person down.
Yeah. The only thing we've got is to see if we can capture or stop these goblins when they come out tonight.
So you're gonna ambush people, huh? Is that what I'm understanding here?
Yep, but first, Trevor will turn to 10 PM. Hey, you think you could help me craft a wand?
What kind of wand?
A wand of cure light wounds. I can pay for the gold, but I do need your help to craft it.
You'll have to provide the magic.
That I can do.
Well, let me look up. I think I have a sticky note for the price somewhere. Nope. 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 Nope, I'm gonna have to actually look it up again. Dang it.
Creative wands. Gold price value. The cost for a just level spell from Bard and Wands is $750.
750, so half of that was.
I thank you for taking this time to let me prepare the encounter for what you're doing.
375. The DC, well, what's a DC?
5 cat plus caster level, I think.
So what kind of caster level do you want to this made?
Caster level 5.
Caster level? So 5 plus 5 is 10, right?
It's I think it would be DC. Yeah, I'm sure it's DC 5. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, the DC to create a magic item is 5 plus caster level for that item, which would be 5. So yeah, it'd be 10.
Yeah, this will take a while.
Yep, you'll get it about half done before the end of the day.
So now I just gotta calculate how much gold I have left.
I'll pay for it. How much gold is it? 375?
Yeah.
Yay!
I'll have to finish this tomorrow.
Yep.
So I guess it's time for you to go about telling me how you're going to stage this ambush.
I haven't actually put any thought into that. Derby, what was your idea? Do you have any ideas?
Well, the only entrance and exit to that place seems to be the front door. That's where the rat folk were, or that's where the way rats were guarding. So, I guess we could potentially stealth on either side of the door and ambush whoever comes out.
Nah. We need to make sure it's goblins that are coming out. If it's anyone else, we'll get into just trouble.
We could do what the were-rats did and wait on the side of the street.
Anything on the other side of the street that's notable?
That's where you had the combat with the were-rats.
I know that, but like, is that like a shop or something?
Well, if you look at our map, Orak's bathhouse is number 31. And you can notice that across the street is nothing numbered, so nothing particularly notable. Just like residences.
I guess we could just take an evening walk. Well, it's not an evening, it's...
It's a suspicious early morning walk.
I need a vacation.
So you're gonna just kind of like keep an eye out down the ways? Or are we gonna spend like forever with you sitting there going, I don't know?
Let me look up something and see if this works how I think it works. Actually, never mind. Let's just go.
Okay. So, are there any preparations at all you're going to want to take?
Well, aside from prepping spells, let's see. Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying I want to make sure that I know these things before we start, so that I don't start and then you're like, oh shit, I wanted to do this.
I got nothing, personally.
Me neither.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just waiting.
So as you're hanging out kind of down the alley, waiting, you can hear, you can make perception checks.
Perception is something I do not have.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, howdy ho! Drakthar's dead! Long live Drakthar! Will you two shut up? We're trying to be quiet here. These humans are stupid!
Twig!
These humans are stupid! They don't know anything! Ha 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 ha! You idiots! Three goblins come in. Have come out. You have surprised them.
Oh, yes, surprised.
Somehow.
By just sitting there quietly, as two of them are coming out singing songs being stupid, and the third one, who is apparently very quiet and very responsible, is going, will you shut up? So, what you do? I guess initiative.
No, I won't resort to that yet. Or is it?
You're not going to resort to initiative? Okay.
Oh, no. Shoot. Sorry, I forgot about initiative, but... I'm just I'm out of the zone today.
I am a fast boy.
Well, Turbo, fast boy.
Fast boy, David. Is this a surprise round or a normal round?
This is the browse.
So only move or standard.
Yeah.
And he is 25 feet away. There's one.
20 by my measure.
Alright. I'm gonna throw one of my star knives in.
Okay, at 173.
Yep.
Cool. I should probably... There. So you throw this morning star at this small little goblin, and there's a little thunk as it hits this kind of strip of leather on its body, and it kind of looks down and goes, "Huh?" You literally matched its flat-footed AC. Good job.
Anyway.
Tell it to him.
Don't let a Star Knight do a missiles job. So go pew pew, a magic missile for each of them.
Oh, each of them get a magic missile. So roll the damage for each separately, and we'll go from top to bottom, left to right.
Pew. Pew. Pew.
2 min roll.
Pew. 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 The goblins all get hit by magic missiles and go, ah! Turbo.
Now I'm gonna step forward a bit. Arcane Strike and throw my star knife at 173.
Crit threat.
That's a crit threat.
Confirmation.
Jesus Christ, okay. How am I gonna do this? Okay, so it's a times 3 multiplier. So it's a 3d4 plus 9 plus 3 from Arcane Strike plus 3 from Point Blank.
Okay. So, do you want to describe how you have murdered this goblin?
I would like to imagine, I heard Tonatium's little insults. He's like, I'll show you! And I Arcane Strike his third as hard as and the little spinning blade fused with magical energy just sliced his head clean off.
Yep. To make it better, you threw this all happened in the span of 8 seconds. So you threw a knife, it hit its armor, it's like, huh? Oof, what? Head gone. And kind of, as the head separates from the neck, you can hear him go, I told you to be quiet!
He was the rational one.
Donatium.
2 misses for 84 and 1 missile for 134.
Okay.
Pew. Pew.
134 goes, ah, Drekthar, save us.
Oh, hey, look, you're in the bathhouse. That's probable cause, right?
This goblin on the ground's like, can I make my fortitude save? Yes. Turvu.
Help. And Arcane Strike. Throwing X.
That does not hit.
My attacks without star knives are horrible.
Tonatium.
I guess I'm gonna follow. And not do anything.
Okay. The skirmisher goes, and slumps against the door. What the hell is going? He sees you, and he shudders, and his eye goes wide before he turns to the goblin. And downs it. Turbo.
So, how's it going?
Don't see him.
Just gonna walk forward and... Should I do that? Oh yeah, I should really put on the... Yeah, you know, I'll just wait and see what happens.
Doesn't really matter, because he's immediately going to bring his axe down again upon him. And then, as he does, killing the goblin, he stands up, turns, looks at you, and says, "Please don't. I'm sure they'll be reasonable." Turvu.
I'm gonna try to intimidate him and say, "Stay with water, and we won't hurt you."
Okay. Make your intimidate. Okay. 20 TM.
No, I'm just gonna stand there doing nothing.
He cocks his head to the side, puts a hand to the head, and goes, "I'm sorry. The master insists you have seen too much." As he walks forward and attacks Turvu.
Ouch.
Crit threat.
Uh-oh.
It's not confirmed.
That's good.
Tiger player safe.
For 7 damage. As he just walks up to you and swings down a hand axe. Turvu.
Oh boy. Fight for shift and set up the protective ward.
It's my turn.
Oh, sorry. It's a never situation all over again.
Turvu.
I'm just gonna arcane strike him with one star knife.
Okay. Somehow you don't manage to hit the unarmored man. He's wearing, just like pajamas and has this hand axe. He's got like his little nightcap on.
My melee attacks are worse than my ranged attack.
Done it again.
Let's see. I have that prepared. Let's see. How can I make this into a cone without hitting Turbu? I'll cast Color Spray in a cone that only hits Auric.
Okay.
Let's say... Nah, my spell does not do shit.
As Auric pulls his axe back, he snaps his eyes to Tonatium, steps forward, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Which I will take.
His motions seem almost rigid. You don't get an attack at Tonatium, just Urbu.
No, I was talking about Twig.
Twig doesn't get an attack.
Okay.
He left a threatened square, Turvu threatened. Approaching does not provoke. Leaving does. But he approaches. His motion is very stilted and robotic. He takes that hit now. That does hit him. Flinching slightly as your star knife grazes his skin, and you can see the thick muscles. You delve into them. He's bleeding, but there's thick, hard flesh and muscles, like an old, experienced adventurer. As he brings his axe down towards Tonatium, going, "Forgive me." Oh God.
That's a good threat.
Uh-oh.
And that's a
Ah,
good
good burn.
So this is gonna hurt, because this is a ×3 crit weapon.
How?
Ow! Not as bad as I thought it would be, but ow!
That was significantly less than it could have been.
I'm obviously injured.
He goes, Turvu.
I will take a 5-foot shift in this direction and arcane strike him with my star knife. Jesus Christ, why do I keep rolling so low?
That hits.
Oh, that's nice.
He's wearing a, like, sleeping gown.
Sadly, I'm not a rogue yet, so I don't get my, the flanking doesn't matter for the damage, just the hit.
Yeah, well, that hurt. Donatium.
5-foot shift. Place the ward, and have Twig come forward to the. And have Twig get between me and Auric.
Okay. He will step into Twig's space, not caring about a cat, provoking attacks from Turvu and Twig.
Okay, Twig.
Wow. They both hit.
One damage from Twig.
I'm hitting nothing but 5 damage.
5 damage is sizable. I lost his stat sheet. There we go. And then he brings his axe up again and says, "Master warns mages are dangerous. I'm sorry." Yeah, but he's clawed and bleeding. His dressing gown is in tatters.
Well, this time I'll throw my star knife at him. It's great.
Yep. 5 damage.
No. This just gets another flat bonus for my point blank range because I'm throwing it, not hitting him melee.
5 damage.
7 damage. And then I will step up towards him.
Okay. Donatium.
Okay, this is getting dumb. 5-foot shift and magic missile, all 3 missiles towards Auroch.
Alright. Pew pew pew. He is very much shaking on his feet. Everything burns. You imagine a lesser man might be stumbling at this point, or fleeing to armor himself. But for some reason, he continues twitching.
Twig will use a full round attack.
Yes.
Claw him in it.
Claw.
Yes.
Claw. Bite.
Crit threat.
That's a crit threat bite.
Not a confirmation.
For
But
a total of
everything-
3 damage.
For a total of 3 damage.
That's a good chunk.
Yeah. Turvu.
Oh, you can get his turn?
Oh, or his turn. He goes, looks down. He goes and looks down at the cat, and misses. Turvu.
I will take a 5-foot shift back and throw like the last star knife. Get the one she might die. Without any attack.
That hits.
Sweet. Bring that plus. Add 2 to that.
I'm sorry.
Add 2 of that because of Arcane Strike and Point Blank Wrench. That's a 6.
Tonatium.
Magic missiles.
This guy is sturdy.
Pew, pew, pew.
And he falls to the ground. And as he does, a sort of greenish cloud comes out from his body, coalesces and says, you will wish that you fell here. Before it kind of seeps into the floor and disappears.
The heck is that? I'm gonna acknowledge Arcana.
Not magic. Or actually, no. As you were thinking about that, you do realize that this dwarf was dominated and possessed.
Holy shit.
Kiru will walk over and do a heal check to try to save this one.
Okay. You can also recognize, Tonatium, that the possession may be gone, but the domination probably isn't. You have a few more chances, Turvu.
Turbo, don't. He might still be under the effects of domination.
Stay playing isn't gonna bring him back up. I'm not healing him.
No, I thought you were. Sorry, I
I'm
spaced
trying to make
out.
him not die. What is your heal check, Antonio? Is your heal check?
I don't know anything about medicine.
Do you have some points in heal? Because if you haven't even
He seems to have stabilized on his own.
Okay. What I was trying to ask is, if you have at least 1 point in any skill, I can do...
Tonatium doesn't know what a skill point is. Now.
I have no clue. I am not trained in first aid.
I'm trying to speak out of game terms. If you have at least 1 point in your heal check, I can...
He's projecting very strongly that he has 0 points in heal.
Okay, then. You have an equal chance this, man. I'm gonna pick up my star knives. Throwing axe.
Hey, you think you can give me a pick-me-up?
Yeah. I'll cast Cure Moment. Yeah.
Yay. Hooray!
That almost healed 1 hit.
And then just do another Cure Light.
And I'm back.
Woohoo. you're standing over this unconscious dwarf who's killed one of the two goblins. The other one is apparently unconscious and stable outside.
He was crawling around to this corner. I wonder if there's something around here.
They're talking about.
Okay. Make the escape artist check, in case it matters. Okay. So what are you doing, Tonatium?
I'm looking around this corner to see if there's like a hidden door or something.
Okay, will you please make me a perception check? So where is that DC? I'm looking to find a DC here. Give me a moment. It's not where I thought it would be. Come on now. Why would you not have that DC there? Okay, there it is. Yep. You do indeed find that there is a door hidden in that wall.
Uh-huh.
Beyond it, there is a locked iron door.
Drag the other goblin inside as well. Unconscious one.
Hey, do any of these goblins have keys on them?
Let's read through their bodies while we're at it.
The goblins each have a small morning star, 5 small javelins, a small suit of leather armor, a small wooden shield, and a pouch that has some silver and copper in it.
All the small gears are very useful.
In total, 7 silver and 13 copper between the 3. That is what the goblins have.
Doubting he has much on him, but just roll. Right?
Do you search him?
I will. Yeah, I'll try. We'll see if he has anything.
Okay. In addition to his torn up nightgown and the hand axe that he kept on his belt, he is still wearing his eye patch that seems to have a ruby in it. And underneath his dressing gown, sewn into a pouch on his underwear, is something hard and metal. A key.
Well, I'm going to cut off these goblin ears.
Yay! You now have 6 goblin ears.
You cut off the unconscious one's ears?
Oh yeah, better kill that one too.
You're killing him? Okay.
So you kill him?
Yep.
I guess so, yeah.
You're dead. And you have 6 goblin ears. And a key.
I will try the key on this thing over here.
You'll have to be in there to do it. The key fits.
I will, stealth and open the door.
Beyond the door, you see a spiral staircase carved into the stone that goes downward.
Back underground we go.
Yeah, I should have known this was coming.
Okay, so what are you
All
gonna...
right.
I'm sorry?
Are we going or not?
No one has said that they're going yet.
That's what I'm asking Turbo.
I think it'd be a good idea to go for a little bit and check it out.
All right, you take the lead.
Arrange yourselves in marching order, like right around here. So I can copy and paste you. To a new map. Are you ready?
Yep.
Ready as I'll ever be.
And put Twig in your pocket. That seems more reasonable.
I'm assuming it's the map track Thar's way. Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. Time for the GM to load the map key. And I forgot how bullshit huge this map key is. I'll probably be fine for now. Let me know when it's all loaded in.
I'll let it up now.
It's loaded.
The stone stairs from Oryx's bathhouse descend 30 feet, eventually opening to a 5-foot wide corridor that runs east to west. North is that way. The masonry walls are covered with crude graffiti, written in chalk, blood, slime, excrement, and other less recognizable substances. To the east, you can hear a strange cacophony of monstrous chatter and barking dogs. And to help you keep an eye on things, because it's an out-of-order map, the arrow points north.
Okay.
To the east, you can hear a strange cacophony of monstrous chitter and barking dogs. There are a couple openings on the south wall. The doors that once sealed those openings have been removed, but their hinges remain in place.
Before we do anything else, since I am 1 HP, actually, cure moderate wounds on myself.
Um,
13. Doubled my HP.
so you're stealthing, right?
Very badly, but yes.
That's at 9, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
Okay.
Alright, here's mine.
Because you have such a good stealth.
Twig.
For once, Tonatium is stealthier than Twig.
And both of them are stealthier than me.
Well, here you are walking down the hallway, singing songs, casting spells on yourself. Speed expected.
Good peeking in this room.
And here you see 4 pillars supporting the ceiling of an otherwise empty room. Graffiti covers the walls, and the southern door hangs ajar. There are 9 sturdy-looking wooden cots that are pushed up against the wall. These are clean and are covered by nicely folded wool blankets.
Wait, the beds are clean?
The beds are clean, and they are made nicely.
Knowledge of nature and goblins.
Goblins are like cannibalistic trash monkeys.
Okay,
That
this
is
is not
not-
how they would do their bed.
Not usually, no.
No. That's very, very suspicious. This isn't typical goblin behavior.
Maybe these aren't particularly their beds, or maybe they're being controlled.
And perhaps that's even more worrisome.
I'm gonna step inside it. So this is an open door right here, right?
Yeah, it's a jar.
I'm gonna take a peek inside.
Okay, one moment. So, as you're approaching, you can see a goblin, a particularly fat-looking goblin, with a crossbow on its back, kind of shuffling through some crates and barrels with what looks like a clipboard and an inkwell, portable inkwell, and a pen.
Look for it weirdly.
Would you make a perception check, please?
Alright.
Okay. So yeah, what do you want to do? Maybe 5, 4.
I'm gonna throw my star knife at him.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Me too?
Not yet. So,
Horribly.
as you are getting ready to throw your star knife, a crossbow bolt goes whizzing by your head.
Okay.
Thurvu.
I shall roll the my star knife.
That will hit that flat-footed person.
One.
It kind of goes, ah! As you hit it with the star knife and it drops its clipboard and spills ink everywhere and begins to snarl. Tonatium, now you can make your initiative.
Okay. Yay.
You weren't acting in the surprise round. And you beat out the other one. So the one here with the crossbow goes, shit. And reloads the crossbow, hurries around to the corner for cover, peeks around, and fires again at Turvu.
I will snatch it.
You snatch the bolt.
Good thing he did not roll higher on him on his first attack because I have to be aware of the hit to snatch it, so it would have hit me.
I'm
Turvu.
gonna go over here and...
Not
cast a
Tonatium,
protective
not
force.
Tonatium. Turvu. If you have problems, you can open the initiative tab. Under Window Initiative.
I do have the initiative tab open.
There's a little green check mark next to the person whose turn it is.
I know, it's just, I'm just, I'm
It's
just
okay.
out of the zone today.
Everyone's in a bad mood today.
Yeah. I'm gonna key arrow goblin sneak 228.
Okay. So you catch 224's arrow and throw it at his partner who is still flat-footed. Okay.
Attack, my dex and my That's 5.
That will hit the flat-footed goblin.
For 1d4 plus nothing. then I will step into the room.
It's my turn now?
It is Tonatium
Okay.
now. Yes. Actual Tonatium.
Go over here and cast a protective ward.
Twig.
It's not doing anything.
The sneak, looking down at the bolt, goes, "Ah, humans!" As he takes a move action to draw his crossbow, loads it, and fires it at Turvu.
Doesn't hit.
At about this time, these two are like, huh? But they can't act this round. 224 goes, shit. And attempts to roll over towards Turvu. Completely failing to distract you as he throws his crossbow to one side and comes up with a short sword to stab you.
Cool.
Turvu.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot shift this direction, and I shall cast Blistering Invictive. I make a demoralize check on every enemy within 30 feet.
Okay.
Which the DC is 10 their hit dice and their wisdom.
Yep. So it will be 13.
I failed it. Nothing happens.
Yeah. So you swear at the goblins.
I yell at them. I try to demoralize them, and I can't.
I can see Goblin 228.
Yes.
So, magic missile.
I love your magic missiles.
Magic missile for everyone.
I can do that math in my head.
He is dead.
Twig.
Nothing.
These two down the way are like, ah. And this one comes around the corner, pulls out his crossbow to shoot at the one he can see, which is Turvu.
You have a shield. You have the plus 1 AC.
It'll still hit. I'm snatching.
Oh, wait. Okay.
This other
My
one,
AC 16. Plus 1 is only a 7.
the other one comes
Oh, okay,
along.
it's plus 2.
The other one comes along and fires
That will hit.
for 4 damage. 224 goes, you only have one hand free. Grabs his crossbow as a move action, takes a swift action back into the corner, and reloads his crossbow.
I will juggle a star knife and the arrow I caught, and forward and throw the star knife at 224.
Okay.
That's a great threat.
Yep. That does not confirm.
Plus 3 plus 4.
That does hit it, and he goes, oof. Ouchie. Ouchie, ouch.
5-foot shift. I will give 224 2 missiles and 42 1 missile.
Okay. 224. Ouchie, ouch. Do you call that magic? $256. does not have line of sight on Tonatium, so fires at Turvu again.
Snatch.
42 is like, your magic hurts. My arrow hurts more. Does 15 hit? That's a yes. Okay. Or the same amount of damage. 224 is like, as he begins backing up, taking a shot at Turvu.
Missing that.
As he gets around the corner and then reloads his crossbow.
Take a step forward and key arrow at 2.
At 42?
Yeah, 42.
The one without cover. 42 never played as XCOM as a kid.
And that misses.
Tonatium.
Weapon shift. All of the missiles at 42.
Ouch! That's not fair. 256 is like, oh shit, magic. 42 is like, not fair, Tonatium.
Ow.
They're attacking you now because they know they can't hit me.
They're attacking you because holy shit, magic's scary.
The 15 hits.
Yeah, for 6 damage.
For 6 damage?
Yep.
Ow.
And 224 takes a 5-foot step and fires at Tonatium.
Ow.
I meant Turvu. I'm getting it wrong too.
Oh.
I'm sorry?
That does not hit.
And then he reloads his crossbow because he can't... No, he takes a step back. Yeah, he's not stupid.
Sadly, if that attack does not hit, I cannot snatch it.
Turvu.
Get lock on up. Melee range and strike it 256 with an arcane star knife.
That does not hit. So you bring your star knife down, he catches it with the crossbow.
Getting closer, I will all the missiles 42 again.
.56 will attempt to do the thing he's been told about that none of them actually know how to do particularly well. And will kind of throw his crossbow at you as he draws his short sword slowly and clumsily, giving you no penalties whatsoever. Snake 224 goes, shit. If there's only one, he catches it. As he takes a step forward, draws his short sword, and just goes for it.
Boing! Shielded.
Shielded?
My ward. It's +2.
Oh yeah, so it doesn't hit.
Yay!
Mighty 16.
Turvu!
Just arcane strike attack at 256 again.
Tonatium.
Miscellaneous 224.
He falls to the
My
ground.
ward is gone.
Sneak goes, for Drakthar, for glory!
Ouch.
But 3 damage.
Jesus Christ, why are they so wimpy?
Goblins.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're small. Another arcane strike at him. Jesus Christ. Me.
Donatium.
5 foot shift. And missile.
Sneak
Yeah.
looks very injured. Fear and determination in his eyes as it bellows out at the top of its lungs. I said glory for Drakthar.
No.
And now he's actually doing that. So and now we're on those.
Oh no.
Turvu.
Arcane strike. Like 5 foot shift arcane strikes throwing like. Is a 19 hit or no?
It does indeed hit.
Good. Plus 1.
Okay. He falls. Tonatium, you can hear sounds of creatures rousing themselves all around you, echoing through the halls.
Turbo, I think we should get out of here. I'll be overwhelmed if we get cornered. Head back to the stairs. Double move.
Okay. So actually, all of these people, except for these, have to spend a round gathering their things. So these two run out. Coming towards the sound for a full round move to there. Everyone else has to spend at least a round getting ready. Yar! Turvu, I accidentally skipped you.
This is bad. I will try to stealth and duck into this door.
That door, huh? Let me look a thing up. Sure.
There's my stealth.
Okay.
And then I'll close the door behind me.
Tonatium.
Oh my god.
So this has been a short episode, but everyone's in a real crummy mood today, myself included. So I figure triggering the alarm at the underground fortress full of goblins is a wonderful place to stop for the week.
Dun dun dun.
People viewing can see exactly how terrible this is. And now they can't. So, what do you like? What do you dislike?
Oh no, we're all gonna die.
I mean, you're kind of fine. You just walk up and run off. I'm trapped.
Yeah, because you had to go run in the opposite direction.
What am I gonna do? Run into this room where there's two guys right here and others running in this direction?
I could have covered you.
And then there's these guys over here.
Besides, those two in the pillar room looks like would look very wimpy.
I can't just run by them. I have to kill them.
I thought you were like a performer. Can't you like do like some stunt?
My acrobatics are two.
So, what do you like about the different types of goblins?
I was trying real hard not to make a Metal Gear Solid joke.
Goblin skirmishers seem easy to beat, but there's two of them, and if I stop in front of that room to fight them, bad things might happen. The sneaks are pretty difficult.
There's more types that you haven't met yet.
Yeah, I see it in the order that Goblin Adept.
And there's types that failed their checks and aren't on that list.
Goblins, I don't like him.
And one of them has a rat familiar. Which I'm guessing is that Goblin Adept's rat familiar.
See, I like this dungeon because I like goblins. And here we got goblin fighters and goblin rogues and goblin wizards and goblin knights and everything.
And a human wizard and a tiefling trapped.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you're the one who got sandwiched. I'm the one who's like probably like in a small room. As long as there's like no goblins upstairs, I should be fine.
Well, upstairs goes back to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
As long as no one goes around the stairs, they won't find you.
Alright, should make a note. Goblet est startled.
So favorite part of the session?
Oh, good. Honestly, everything went memorable.
Yeah, it was pretty short.
Low rolls. Yeah. Good. Like, I'm hoping that I got all my low rolls for this session and next session out of the way from how many low rolls I did.
Oh, trust me, your low rolls are gonna refresh before the next day.
So there was nothing you liked about this session?
I think it was just like it was pretty short. There was like nothing really stood
I
out.
would say my favorite part is the three goblins in the front running and complaining, and then me and Tonachin kind of having like a dick measuring contest where I barely miss, he hits, and then I'm like, I'll show you, and decapitate.
Okay, that was pretty nice.
It's like the most hype, or like, yeah, that's the most hype moment of this session ever.
So no one liked Oryx's death scene.
He's not dead.
He died?
Well, that's what I called it when I wrote it. He's not dead, but the scene.
Oh, and I'm starting to realize what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, and it terrifies me.
Nice shrug.
Oh. It's not very often that you get to introduce the BBEG of a chapter that early.
Playing a demon, sword got
It's better.
Goblins. I don't like them.
Well, that's hilarious, because if you ever do a campaign, I can probably tell what kit will make a character then. Goblins.
I love goblins.
Yeah.
Are there any other interesting details that you've picked up? Because I feel like this session had a few interesting details that I hope you picked up on.
The beds are too nice.
So they're probably being controlled, or that there's other things besides goblins in this dungeon.
These goblins are smarter than the ones from Pathfinder.
Yeah. They're like, oh, range isn't working. One ranged attack isn't working against this guy. Let's do 3.
Yeah. It's almost
They're
as though
too
they're
organized.
goblins. It's almost as though they're goblins with class levels.
Yeah.
No.
The worst part about all this, I'm down to 2 star knives. One of them is over here, one of them is over here.
You mean the best part? Have flashbacks to Resident Evil 1 when you have like 2 bullets in your gun.
Yeah. Good thing my bullets are also melee weapons. And I have throwing axes.
I have some spells for I have some spells for battle control, but like, it hasn't turned into like that much where I'm forced to use them yet.
Also, I'm pissed that the one time I use Blister and Indictive, and they have a really low DC, I roll low.
Yay!
I know, when you're doing that, I'm like, oh shit, is everyone in range? No, they're not. Okay. Because I was like, oh, these guys, they've got like nothing.
And then I roll a 10. And then one stat that I want to start raising, and that's Intimidate, so my Blistering Invective can actually hit more. It would have been amazing. And then 2 of them would have been set on fire for 1d10 damage, demoralized, and potentially set on fire.
So I have no idea how far we're going to get next session.
Death.
Well, that is true. I can give you a next session spoiler. Same spoiler.
I don't plan on going out as a last stand. I'm going to get through this if
Next
I run
time,
or not.
next time on Shackled City. I need to share that with the stream too. Almost certainly next time.
Oh, him. This thing. This bat thing we drink.
I should probably say probably every time on Shackled City Chapter 2, that thing.
Which, by noting his flooring that he's standing on is very similar to the flooring we are currently standing on, but darker.
That darker is Fog of War.
So he's in this place.
Maybe, maybe not.
Let's just hope that he's not in this room right here.
You may have already met him.
Yeah, he's the ghost thingamajig that came out of his mouth.
You are going to hate him more than the Mimic, I am fairly certain.
We're gonna hate Draxar more than the Mimic.
I think you're gonna hate him as characters and kind of be annoyed with him in the now as players, but you're gonna love him later.
I don't know.
He's gonna be one of those stories you pull out of your ass.
Oh, sweaty. Yeah.
I don't need to know about your sweaty ass.
No, it's just my shirt.
I'm just hoping for next session that these goblin skirmishers did not notice Faye going into the store.
Well, we'll find out. I'll need to make note.
So I see this going down. It's out of the fire and into out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Yeah, but I already used that one.
Fire and into the frying pan.
Yeah, I would say that because Turfu is resistant to not metal.
Listen, it's gonna be fine. Tonatium prepared flaming sphere, right?
Maybe.
Swear to God, kid, if we find another thing that can't be damaged with fire.
I actually should review his stats so that I know what exactly he's doing next time, because there's a lot of shit going on with him. Okay. That's what's going on. Okay, cool. He's not as strong as I thought he was. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he has something that he'll pull out of his ass. That makes him go, you ass!
Oh, there's a lot going on there.
I'm gonna call it now. I'm calling that it's like a vampire goblin thing.
Well, if it is a vampire, make sure it bites me and not you.
God damn it.
Hell vampire. Make sure it bites me and not you. I'm your vampire.
Ah!
If it bites you, you can become a vampire.
You're the one who guessed it.
Can't believe it. No. I mean, like, it looked like a vampire, but like we're in a nest full of goblins. I was thinking maybe it's a goblin vampire. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bugbear.
Isn't that just like a huge goblin?
Yeah.
Yep.
Big boy punch.